He was the Memphis garage punk prodigy who became an underground legend before he was even old enough to buy a beer. But Jimmy Lee Lindsey Jr., better known as Jay Reatard, got his first record deal at age 15 by sending a homemade cassette tape to a local indie label where he played all the guitars and screamed the vocals while substituting a drum kit by violently bashing on an empty 5-gallon plastic bucket. When 15-year-old Jay sent his screeching, lo-fi bedroom recordings to Eric Friedel, the owner of Ghana Records and member of the legendary garage band The Oblivions, Friedel was blown away by the raw, chaotic energy. He immediately agreed to press Jay's debut EP, Get Real Stupid, 1997. It wasn't until later that Friedel realized the thumping, relentless drum sound on the record wasn't a drum kit at all. It was just a teenage Jay beating on a plastic paint bucket he found in his house. Jay was a contrarian who hated when his fans expected him to act a certain way. As he got older, he became fascinated by 1980s pop melodies. To deliberately anger the hardcore punk purists who only wanted him to play fast and loud, he started bringing an acoustic guitar on stage. He gleefully referred to this as aesthetic terrorism against punks. During one infamous acoustic set, a furious fan spat vodka in his face to protest the lack of electricity. Jay responded by immediately smashing the acoustic guitar over the heckler's head. Few musicians in the history of rock have been as obsessively prolific as Jay Reatard. Because he possessed an intense, restless energy, he rarely stayed in one band for long. He formed and disbanded groups constantly: the Retards, Lost Sounds, Bad Times, Angry Angles, Final Solutions, and more. By the time of his tragic death at age 29, he had amassed a staggering, near-impossible discography of over 100 singles, EPs, and full-length albums. His 2006 solo masterpiece, Blood Visions, is widely considered one of the greatest garage punk albums of the 21st century. Despite sounding like a tight, explosive band playing live in a sweaty room, Jay recorded almost the entire album by himself. He played the guitars, the bass, the drums, and sang the vocals, meticulously layering the tracks in his home studio to create the illusion of a frenetic, unified band. Beneath the wild, self-destructive, and often abrasive persona he presented on stage, Jay was incredibly savvy about the music industry. Having grown up in deep poverty in Memphis, he refused to be exploited by record labels. He retained the rights to his music,